Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mars Retrograde. I really do hope that your retrograde is more Bruno than Mars. In this way, I mean, keep things flowing, create your own tune, really connect with the musical rhythms and vibrations of life, and keep things steady and, if necessary, slow. Gemini is going to have a big impact at this time. So communication, as when Mercury goes direct, will be affected, and people are going to be a little bit more argumentative than normal. Okay, people are going to want to get their point across. They're going to want to make themselves heard. They could be really opinionated. When things go retro, we feel like we're going backwards. Okay, and Mars is so powerful. Mars is the accelerator of the car. And during this time, right up until January the 12th, and we're going to be hitting a Mercury retrograde as well. So it's going to be kind of weird and a little bit out of sorts for a while. We will feel like somebody has taken the accelerator or our mojo from inside. Some of you will feel less likely to want to push forwards, where you've been really focused, really wanting a result. You may become more frustrated at yourself at this time, not other people, because you're not getting, things aren't moving quick enough, or you just can't be bothered. Okay, that is going to be the general feel. And when you can't be bothered, that can create arguments, because it's like, oh, just go away. I don't want to hear it anymore. And when you really are fed up with doing something, or you just are tired, imagine that you haven't slept for a week and somebody is constantly no, or things are just coming at you. You're going to be short-tempered, right? So this is what this feels like. Imagine you're stuck in a car trying to get your car started, and you're late for an important meeting. You've, I don't know, you've been in a rush, but because you're pushing too hard, you're not in your flow. You've knocked over something and it's created a stain on your outfit. All these things. Imagine a day like that. That is a real typical Mars retro day. Okay. So consider this. You got 2.5 months to slow down, be methodical, connect with the now, experience the experience, just go with the flow. Literally, if you have a plan, be flexible, be open to changes, because the changes could annoy you. You may be pushing more to get structure because you just want it done and dusted, because you want to chill out, right? So there's going to be a lot of, it's like the emphasis is to push forward because something isn't pushing you forwards, and getting annoyed with yourself because you haven't got the energy to do so, and annoyed with other people because they want things at the same time. Everything has a knock-on effect. Everybody's going to be going through this. So there could be some ructions around, and expect some spats, some big voices in Parliament, in governments in general, where suddenly somebody's piping up and saying, well, actually, I don't agree with that, because they're fed up with sitting back. They're feeling pushed out. This energy can create that inside, where we feel like we're not being included, for instance. Now, this is a really auspicious time of preparation. If you use it wisely, you can get some great results. Now, just because that's going on doesn't mean that there aren't any opportunities out there, that things are wonderful. Right now, personally, things are fabulous. I'm just so aware of this energy that the more, if I start feeling that little bit of doubt or bit of irritation in myself that I didn't succeed, or that I haven't got something completed, or I wasn't fulfilled, I didn't fulfill the requirements or a duty of that day, I just kind of take myself out of it. It's like having a safe space. This is a good time to have a really calm anchor, where you are aware of the things building up, the build up inside you when things don't go the way that you wanted, and taking yourself there for maybe 5 minutes or even 10 seconds, Breathing is a really good thing right now, okay? So remember to breathe. If you've got some physical activity that you can do that helps you let off steam, helps relax you and center you, and takes you away from, the norm of life and just is your kind of a fun time, then start introducing that during this time. But the important thing is to slow down in the way that you are watching where you're walking. You're watching, that feeling of rush, because accidents can happen at this time. Things can be erratic. Again, you've got people's projections being erratic. You've got just stuff being erratic. It's like the stuff around you, your home is going to be angry. Everything is annoyed. You know what I mean? Really kind of consider, okay, we need to tread carefully. And that doesn't mean stay safe in your life, as in don't jump out your comfort zone, don't do anything that, is a dream. It's really important to still live the dream. It's really important to keep the faith, but do it quietly. It's like, do it behind the scenes. Don't feel like you have to push yourself to the front and be seen. During this time, you may feel like you want to pipe up, you want to kind of say, well, actually, I want to be seen, I did that better than you. You may start feeling annoyed by somebody else being really, again, putting their 10 cents worth up there and you considering them not as good as you. You're going to get feelings like this. So again, be aware of it. Experience the experience the thought, experience everything that is going through you. Get in touch with your frustrations. When Mercury goes retrograde, it's really important to be in touch with that inner communication. Really understand your thoughts, listen to what's coming out of your mouth, how you deal with people. Find a better way to deal with people. We're put into situations where things can be challenging, where they are slower and they're disorganised and there's delays. Mars is much the same, but because we've got Gemini very, very prominent here, the communication could be affected as well. But it's important to see what annoys us. Why do I get riled by that? When you kind of feel all this like frustration come up or irritation around somebody and you don't you think, why am I getting irritated by that person? Why am I letting them get to me? Ask yourself why. What button have they pressed? What is it part of your ego have they got to? What fear has been triggered? What need to be recognised has come up within you? When you connect with those things, you'll start realising who winds you up, what things get on your nerves, why, but more importantly, what is it in you that is not being dealt with, that is being triggered by these things. And then you can start looking at everything as useful and helpful and nurturing rather than a hindrance. And then you get less angry and you get more excited. And then, woohoo, you're in joy and your mojo's back. Okay, but you're in a mojo. This is about not relying on something, on a planet, on an energy to give us what we have. This is a time when we realise what we have inside our own inner power that can produce the happy endorphins, that can produce the greatest dreams in our lives, because we are the manufacturers of that. We are the ones that create everything. If we get angry, we create more angry. If we start become frustrated, we create more frustration because we're push. If we remain in joy, we create joy. We light. Yes, we do bring in a few demons, a few people that may be unsavouries that want to be part of that light. But it's about recognising that, recognising the patterns, recognising, connecting the dots, restructuring. It's time to devise your own rhythm. Create something that works, something that is long term, that is going to be listened by many, that will be heard. Something enjoyable. When we listen to tunes and we get into music, right? Why do we get into that? Because it's something about the rhythm, the words, the tune, the harmony that it brings inside us, the feelings that bring up inside us. So during this time, listen to music. Have something, again, on ready, that start button. You can just press and say, hey, right, I'm feeling a bit like this. Let's have 5 minutes of tune. Let's go and, swim, be in the water, be linked, to something that is going to calm you down. If you've got an opportunity to have a rest, to go on, have a break, then have a break. Take yourself out of it, detach a little bit more, connect with these vibrations around you, the harmony, and compose something that is so special in your life. Compose a tune that will be listened to forever. This is the time to create the music within you, to create the wonderful harmonies that just blend with all the negatives, all the positives, and everything combines and creates a whole. So use the strength that has, look at what has been taken as a gain. Always look at the loss as something that can be filled, can be replaced. So if there's a loss of energy, how do you replace that energy naturally? How do you create joy? How do you create fulfillment? How do you create peace and calm? This is about being still in the knowledge that you can be still, knowing so deeply inside you that you are in such a great place of receiving that things will come to you. You do not have to push. Mars gives us that, again, that accelerator to go forwards, to demand, to lead. Sometimes the greatest gifts are without leadership. It's about stepping back. It's about allowing others to have that fame because you already have it. When you know that, you know you're good enough. You know you've done enough. This is such an important time for next year because of the things that are coming. But we all must be in a place of power, a power of stillness, of acceptance, of receiving, to really, really enjoy those gifts that are coming. So use this next 2.5 months with just keep things cool, keep things calm, keep things on the spur of the moment. Be aware of people's projections, their reactions. See it like a video game where you're it's not avoidance, but it's just dealing with stuff so it gets dealt with. Consider what benefits you. Consider the best result. Consider the calm and happiest result, the more fulfilling result. Look at the irritations or the people coming at you, or the energies coming at you as help. Help to move forwards. Help for you to see, for you to call on your own inner strength and to not rely on anything else from the outside. You have it within you. And once you know that, you're there, you're cool. So I hope this has given you more insight on Mars retrograde. If you want a private reading, get down to the website. There's some good deals on, buy one, get one free. Check out my predictions for next year. Secrets Revealed 2023. It's on Amazon, all Amazon. It's an ebook. My journals that are coming out, Ho'oponopono. If you want to check out some courses with me, online workshops or programs, do get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now.